I'm sorry, am I turning toward the camera as much as possible?
Gonna have some fun with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's I like it.
Okay.
I'll roll with it.
Chris, Lopeet. All right, I think I'll start that again.
Well, it's been an interesting journey.
Would you rather be a part or a part?
Good evening.
Yeah, my mom swears nobody was named Ashley when I was born.
A show, and I'd show them, and they were all just like, bah.
Yeah, not afraid to go off script. We'll just have some fun. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another thrilling episode of Inside the Eclipse Studio. This is an ongoing series of interviews with talented actors, actresses, and whatnot who reside or work in the Santa Clarita Valley. And this day, we have Jeni Wilson, who's a member of this wonderful production of Real Housewives of Troy, coming up at the Main Theater, opening September 9th and running to September 25th. Welcome, Jeni.
Thank you.
Tell me, you got started in acting when?
When I was younger, probably 5 or 6 years old, my sister and I did a thing for the 1980s Olympics. We did a little bumper commercial thing for NBC.
Really?
When we boycotted the Olympics in the 80s.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so NBC did a little bumper in between Saturday morning cartoons, and I wanted to do some kind of theater or acting since then. And then I did a little bit of theater when I was younger, probably 11 years old. And then I really got into acting in high school, and I worked at Six Flags for 13 years.
My goodness. Six Flags in Santa Clarita.
Yes, Magic Mountain.
We're talking about 13 years? Were you a character or were you
I
just...
was a character as a hostess there for 13 years, doing the little kids shows there, and the stunt shows, and the kind of the bigger theaters there too.
That's a lot of shows.
I started tallying, and when I got up to like 10,000, I stopped. Yeah.
That's a lifetime, actually.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's the best job I ever had.
That's amazing. So, and was it just summers or was it year round?
It was year round. We were the only production company there that did year round. We only had one dark day.
So you were actually making a living.
I was, yeah.
That's remarkable, ladies and gentlemen. After that, did you get involved in community theater up here as well?
I took a break for a very long time.
Okay.
And then a friend of mine said, hey, I'm doing a play. I'd like for you to be in it. Jeff Johnson /Frame. And I did the Diviners with him years and years later. I'd taken a break for a really long time.
Okay.
And then Nancy just said, come on over. And I co-directed Bullshot with Randy Aronson. And I did a lot of the kids cabarets at CTG, and then I did stage managed Christmas Carol one year, and then took another break and did a couple things with Barry.
So you've seen it from every angle.
I have, yeah.
As
And
an
now,
aside, what's your favorite? Do you like directing or do you like?
I really liked working with the kids. I really did.
Okay.
I loved the junior cabarets. It was a lot of work, and I work with kids now. So I really liked doing that a lot, but I really like being on stage.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now, let's get down to your character in Real Housewives of Troy. Please tell us about it.
So I'm playing Ainoni, which wasn't a real central character in the whole mythology of Troy, but she's kind of a marginal character. Paris in the story of Troy was a main character, and Ainoni was his ex-wife. In Greek mythology, the word means wine. So Nancy, not but yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm lucky enough to be able to use that as a main prop in the play. I do personally enjoy the vino, so that'll be. I can draw from my own personal experiences.
It's method acting.
And yes, it is.
Okay.
And so she is a very snarky, somewhat bitter, wine-drinking woman. And
those are all wonderful traits.
I agree.
Come on, I mean, you can just get into that.
She's a very meaty character, but she also has heart. So, and she doesn't let that shine through often, but when she does, it's rather explosive. And so I really like, she's got a lot of peaks and valleys, which I like to play with.
I am dying to see this show. We've been interviewing people all night long. It may look like it's all disconnected, but every person in this show that I have interviewed so far has, first of all, they're really excited about the characters they're playing. They love the cast. They love the director, who happens to be Nancy Lentis, just a very creative person, who was also in the show. Anyway, the reason I'm going into this is that this is going to be an amazing production. And it's a great way to get people into Greek theater. Because I don't know about you, when I was in high school and it was time to study Greek theater, it was like,
Oh, of course.
right?
Yeah.
A comedy or drama. It was just, come on, let's move on, can we? And, but now you're going to be seeing something that just enlightens it. And think of all the Real Housewives shows that are going on all over the world at this point. And this is going to be a step up, which I guess isn't saying much, is
It's
it?
really not, but
All right. Well, anyway, we're looking forward to it. September 9th through the 25th at the main theater in Old Town Newhall, Real Housewives of Troy. Be there, be square, and thanks for joining us.
thank you.